Good evening, everyone. I, Richa Gupta Rohadri, Company Secretary, Highways Fund Advisors Private Limited, Investment Manager to Cube Highways Trust, INVIT, and Compliance Officer of Cube Highways Trust, extend a warm welcome to all unit holders and stakeholders to the third annual meeting of Cube Highways Trust, INVIT, convened through video conferencing in accordance with SEBI Infrastructure Investment Trust Regulations 2014, read with SEBI Master Circular dated July 11, 2025, and event circulars as issued by SEBI from time to time. During this meeting, if any unit holder faces any technical issue, they may contact the helpline number mentioned in the notice, which is 04079615205. I repeat, the helpline number for resolving any technical issues is 04079615205. The notice of this meeting annual report quickly to all unit holders and stakeholders who have registered their email IDs within the prescribed timelines. The documents refer to in the section during the meeting by writing an email to the compliance officer at compliance.officer@cubehighways.com. I would like to introduce you the investment manager join this meeting, Mr. UK Sinha, Chairman and Director. He is also the Chairman of the Audit Committee, member of Nomination Remuneration Committee, and Stakeholders Relationship Committee. Mr. Sinha was an IAS officer and has held senior roles in both state and central governments and has served as a CMD of UTI Mutual Funds and Chairman of SEBI in his last stints. Ms. Farishte Setna, Independent Director, Chairperson of Stakeholders Relationship Committee. She is also the member of Nomination Remuneration Committee and Audit Committee. She is a seasoned lawyer with over 3 decades of international litigation, cross-border transactions, and arbitration experience. She also holds a master's degree in law. Mr. Raviraj Acharya, non-independent, non-executive director, member of Investment Committee, Operations Committee, and Risk Management Committee. He is a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and has over 9 years of infrastructure experience across investments and corporate finance. Mr. Surinder Chawla, Independent Director, Chairman of Nomination Remuneration Committee, Investment Committee. He is also a member of Stakeholders Relationship Committee. He is a graduate from IIT Delhi and a postgraduate from IIM Calcutta. He has over 36 years of experience and has last worked as its Chief Investment Officer. Mr. Jay Desai, Independent Director. Ms. Heli Ajmera, Non-Independent, Non-Executive Director. Mr. Sandeep Lakhanpal, Non-Independent, Non-Executive Director, could not attend this meeting due to their preoccupation. I would now request Mr. UK Sinha, Chairman of the Board, to chair this meeting and confirm the quorum of the meeting. Chairman.
I think Sinha sir seems to have dropped off.
With the permission of the Chairman of the Board and this meeting is called to order. We have Mr. Vinay C. Sekar, Senior Chief Executive Officer, and Mr. Pankaj Vasani, Group CFO of the Investment Manager with us. We also have Mr. Pramod Shukla, Partner, SB Bilimoria and Company LLP, the Statutory Auditors, Mr. Siddharth Pardeshi, Representative of Access Trustee Services Limited, and Mr. Havla, Partner, CL and Associates, Company Secretaries as the scrutinizer to this meeting. We also have Mr. Abhijit Sate, Joint Executive, Senior President, Senior Vice President, Finance and Accounts, Mr. Saurabh Bansal, Joint Executive, Senior Vice President, Capital Raising and Strategy, Mr. Saurabh Kumar, Vice President, Strategy and Investor Relations, and Mr. Deepan Shah, Vice President, Legal, from the Investment Management team. I now request Chairman to address the unit holders.
Sir, you're on mute, sir. Kindly unmute and proceed, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all unit holders to the third annual meeting of the Cube Highways Trust. Thank you for joining today. India is entering a defining decade for infrastructure growth and monetization. Continued economic growth, rising freight movement, increasing vehicle ownership, expanding logistics network, and sustained public investment within transportation infrastructure are expected to support long-term demand for high-quality road assets. At the same time, the infrastructure monetization agenda is creating a growing pipeline of operational assets that can be recycled into InvIT structures. This structural trend is deepening, and the InvIT ecosystem attracting both domestic and international capital and reinforcing InvIT's role as an important bridge between infrastructure growth and long-term savings. Cube InvIT is well positioned to capitalize on this opportunity given its scale, operating platform, acquisition capabilities, financing flexibility, and track record of disciplined execution. Since listing, the trust has expanded significantly in scale, strengthened the quality and diversification of its portfolio, delivered consistent distributions to investors, maintained AAA-rated credit quality, and established a visible pipeline for future growth. FY 2026 represented another important step in their journey. During FY 2026, InvIT acquired 2 annuity road assets from NIIF, further strengthening portfolio balance and enhancing cash flow visibility and overall resilience. Following these additions, the platform now spans over 8,754 lane kilometers across national corridors. Together, these developments have reinforced Cube InvIT position as a leading infrastructure platform, well positioned to deliver stable and predictable long-term returns. The trust continues to place a strong emphasis on technology-enabled operations. The integration of digital tools and data-driven system has improved asset monitoring, strengthened maintenance planning, and enhanced operational efficiency across the portfolio. These capabilities are increasingly central to building a more responsive and future-ready platform. Together with favorable traffic trends, these efforts enabled the trust to outperform its revenue projections for FY 2026. Diversified investor base and reinforcing its position as a long-term infrastructure investment opportunity in India. One of the most significant developments during FY 2026 was the continued progress towards transitioning Cube InvIT into a publicly listed InvIT structure. We view this transition as far more than a capital markets event. Public listing represents the next phase in the evolution of Cube InvIT IT as an institution. It will broaden investor participation, improve liquidity and price discovery, and further strengthen governance, transparency, and disclosure standards. Over the past several years, considerable effort has been taken in strengthening internal controls, treasury processes, risk management system, valuation governance, and reporting frameworks. These investments have helped build a platform capable of meeting the expectations of a broad investor base. Public markets do not simply provide access to capital. They create accountability, transparency, and discipline. We welcome that responsibility. QInvIT continues to benefit from a well-aligned institutional framework. The investment manager, project manager, and the supporting teams work in close coordination, ensuring accountability, operational discipline, and a strategic alignment across all assets. The trust's work continues to receive recognition across the sector, reflecting its focus on operational excellence, safety, and innovation. I do want to emphasize that infrastructure assets are measured in decades and not quarters. A defining strength of the organization lies in its culture, built on trust, collaboration, and performance orientation. It remains central to QInvIT's long-term strength. As Cube Highways Group marked its 10-year milestone, it stands as a reflection of this enduring culture and institutional evolution. The continued recognition as a great place to work reflects the sustained commitment to people and values. Governance and compliance remain foundational to the platform. A strong governance is not a compliance exercise. It is a cost of capital advantage. Investors place a premium on transparency, predictability, and trust, particularly in long-duration infrastructure assets. The board's oversight ensures that the trust continues to operate with transparency, accountability, and investor focus. I would also like to acknowledge the continued guidance of SEBI, whose progressive regulatory approach continues to strengthen and deepen the InvIT ecosystem in India. On behalf of the entire leadership team at QInvIT and the board, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to the sponsors, trustees, auditors, legal and financial advisors, and all the partners for their continued guidance and support. And most importantly, I extend my sincere appreciation for the unit holders. Your continued trust and confidence in QInvIT is what drives our ambition and accountability. We truly value your support and thank you once again for your presence today. With that, I now hand it over to Vinay to take us through the performance and operations for the year gone by. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm delighted to welcome you all to Cube Highways' third annual general meeting. FY 2026 was a year of purposeful progress. While the business environment continued to evolve, we remained focused on executing our long-term strategy with discipline. We strengthened our capabilities and positioned our organization to capture future opportunities as well. Cube Highways Trust today manages one of the most diversified portfolios of toll and annuity roads in India. Since listing, the portfolio has expanded from 18 to 27 road assets, comprising of 18 toll and 9 annuity assets. These span over 8,754 lane kilometers across 12 states and 1 union territory, covering major freight and passenger corridors. This geographic diversification and balanced asset mix provides resilience while positioning us to benefit from the long-term structural demand for road travel and inflation-linked tariff revisions, which underpin India's economy. In FY 2026, the Trust delivered 8.1% traffic growth in TCU terms and 10.6% growth in toll revenue year-on-year, a reflection of the strength of our asset selection and the strong on-ground execution of our operations and project teams. During the year, we completed the acquisition of two fully operational annuity assets, Kazigund Expressway Private Limited and Jammu Udhampur Highways Private Limited from the National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, NIIF. These were acquired for an enterprise value, including cash, of rupees 4,185 crores. These assets span over 80 kilometers in Jammu and Kashmir and include one of India's longest bi-directional tunnels, along with critical and strategic regional connectivity. As of 31st March 2026, our assets under management stands at 36,842 crores, a 42% increase from the rupees 25,811 crores as of March 31st, 2024. These were supported by the 9 acquisitions that we've completed. The portfolio maintains a healthy mix of 85% toll and 15% annuities as part of the AUM share. The scale of India's infrastructure ambition is immense. The country continues to invest in highways, multimodal logistics, renewable energy, urban mobility, transmission networks, and digital infrastructure. Risk capital for creating infrastructure, whether from private or the public sector, however, is finite. InvITs have been very successful in channeling wider pools of capital into operational infrastructure assets and unlocking the risk capital for future asset creation. This is where we see our role as well. Apart from this, InvITs have also helped deepen the institutional capabilities in India for high-quality asset management of long-duration assets. Back to Cube, we have achieved an important milestone in the platform's evolution by filing the offer document earlier this week for our transition to a publicly listed InvIT through an offer for sale aggregating up to 5,000 crores. We see this as a natural progression for Cube Highways Trust and one that will attract new classes of investors to invest in it. Retail investors will have the opportunity to participate alongside some of the largest pension funds, sovereign wealth funds, and insurance companies. I am pleased to share that we have now announced a price band of rupees 151 to rupees 152 per unit for our initial public offering, with the offer scheduled to open on 22nd of July and close on the 24th of July. In parallel, we have advanced our growth pipeline through binding documents for 4 additional highways: Berhampur-Farakka, Devanahalli tollways, Western MP infrastructure, and Chennai-Nashri tunnel. The aggregate enterprise value of these 4 assets is over 7,200 crores as of 31st of March 2026. The transaction is proposed to be structured through an equity swap mechanism, preserving debt room while adding to scale. With these additions, the portfolio will expand to 31 assets across 13 states and 1 union territory. The trust has also secured a right of first offer over 3 more assets: Kokraj-Handia Expressways, Delhi-Hapur-Meerut Expressway, and Malagiri Highways Private Limited. These assets are currently owned by our sponsor and comprise approximately 1,000 plus lane kilometers. This gives us a very robust pipeline of high-quality acquisition opportunities, enhancing visibility for future growth while supporting disciplined capital deployment. With these additions, our portfolio could grow to approximately 11,000 lane kilometers, reinforcing our position as a leading road infrastructure platform. The trust continues to deliver consistent distributions and maintain a long residual concession life of approximately 18 years. Many of our assets extend well beyond FY 2040. The portfolio demonstrated strong operating performance during the year, enabling the trust to exceed its projected revenue for FY 2026 by 3.2%. This performance was underpinned by sustained traffic growth, supported by favorable macroeconomic conditions, increased vehicle sales, targeted operational initiatives across the portfolio, and the positive impact of GST reforms last year. This operational strength translated into strong financial outcomes, with the trust consolidated income for the year standing at rupees 4,359 crores and EBITDA of 3,234 crores. This reflects the strong operational efficiency for the platform as well. Building on this performance, Cube InvIT declared a total distribution of rupees 13.77 per unit for FY 2026, the highest annual distribution since listing. Over the past 3 years, the NAV has also increased from rupees 100 per unit to 145.77 per unit as on March 26. This results in total return of rupees 77.1 per unit for investors who had bought into the private listing in 2023, and a corresponding IRR of 23.63%. We continue to maintain a disciplined capital structure focused on optimizing cost and preserving debt headroom for growth. As of March 31, 2026, our net debt to enterprise value stood at 46.86, with gross borrowings at 17,760 crores and a healthy debt service coverage ratio of 1.99x. FY26 was marked by a dynamic interest rate environment and evolving market conditions. Against this backdrop, active liability management remained a key area of focus. Our weighted average cost of debt declined from 8.19% to 7.53% during the year. This was supported by refinancing initiatives and our access to competitively priced capital through NCD issuances. We increased the proportion of fixed rate borrowings in proportion to the increased annuity income for the trust following our recent acquisitions. I'm pleased to inform that Cube Highways Assets and Project Advisory Private Limited has been appointed as the project manager of the trust with effect from June 26, 2026, replacing the erstwhile project manager whose engagement continued up to June 25, 2026. Now, this strategic step will ensure that there is greater alignment between the investment manager and the project manager. However, given the fact that the vast majority of the personnel continue to remain the same, I would expect that the innovation and the technology that continue to play a central role in strengthening the resilience and efficiency of our portfolio. During the year, we further expanded our AI-enabled roadside analytics capabilities to proactively identify damaged infrastructure elements between routine inspection cycles, enabling faster interventions and reinforcing preventive maintenance across our network. This focus on technology-led operations and innovation was recognized with the Product Innovation of the Year award at the Construction World Safety Awards 2025. We also remain focused on strengthening our operational excellence and delivering high standards of asset management across our portfolio, recognized through the Best O&M Practices Award at the Build India Infra Awards 2026. Our chairman spoke about the importance of governance at Cube InvIT. I would add that for us, it is simply not about complying with regulations or meeting disclosure requirements. Our focus on governance shapes how we acquire, how capital is allocated, how conflicts are managed, how risks are monitored, and how stakeholders build confidence in the institution over time. We believe strong governance improves decision-making. It encourages discipline during periods of market optimism and resilience during periods of uncertainty. We've always viewed governance as an investment in the institution itself. This philosophy also extends to safety, which remains deeply embedded in our operating philosophy. During the year, we strengthened emergency response capabilities through the deployment of advanced life support ambulances in few of our projects. We enhanced work safety zone safety through technology-enabled monitoring, centralized oversight, and real-time tracking across our assets. We want to reinforce a strong culture of safety and discipline in our projects. Our commitment to sustainability also continued to translate into measurable progress. We advanced our decarbonization and diversity goals under the sustainability-linked bond framework, while further strengthening transparency through the publication of voluntary BRSR disclosures with the limited assurances of core KPIs. This reaffirms our focus on responsible and sustainable long-term value creation. As Cube Highways Group marked its 10-year milestone this year, it was also an opportunity for us to reflect on the values and the culture that shaped our long-term success. We remain committed to fostering an inclusive, collaborative, and a high-performance workplace that supports both professional growth and employee well-being. Initiatives such as Cube Care, the Women's Circle, Kutum, and the Cube Talent Championship continue to strengthen employee engagement and collaboration across teams. This enduring focus on our people has been recognized through our certification as a great place to work for the third consecutive year and our inclusion among India's top 25 safest workplaces at the Kelp Posh Awards 2026. Ultimately, our employees are the critical building block for Cube Highways Trust, and our collective energies are focused on building an institution that endures well beyond the assets that we currently own. We are deeply conscious of our responsibilities to our stakeholders, whether it's the road user seeking safe and secure passage, the local villager whose livelihood depends on the assets that we own, and the retiree who has invested part of his life savings with the trust. And therefore, we challenge ourselves not to take shortcuts, to think in the long term, and to have a positive impact on society. We aspire to continue building one of India's leading infrastructure platforms. Our focus, therefore, is not just on where we are next quarter, but on where the platform will be over the next 5, 10 years, and so on. Before I close, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our board, sponsors, investors, lenders, regulators, advisors, and of course, employees. Your belief in Cube Invit has been the foundation of everything we've achieved. Thank you once again, and I hand it back to the chairman for further proceedings.
Thanks, Vinay, for the key highlights. The facility to send queries were provided to the unit holders from the date of the circulation of the notice, that is June 25, 2026 to July 14, 2026 till 5 p.m. IST. We have not received any questions or queries from the unit holders. If any unit holder has any question, the same attended to. The report of the statutory auditors of Cube Highways Trust for the financial year ended March 31, 2026 does not contain any qualification, observation, comment which may have any adverse effect on the financial reporting of Cube Highways Trust. With the permission of the unit holders, the notice of this meeting and auditor's report are taken as read. The notice and annual report are also available on the website of Cube Highways Trust, BSE Limited, and National Stock Exchange of India Limited. The proposed for approval at this meeting include the following businesses. First, to consider, approve, and adopt standalone financial statements and audited consolidated financial statements of Cube Highways Trust as at and for the financial year ended March 31, 2026, along with the reports of the auditors thereon, and the report on performance of the trust for the financial year ended March 31, 2026. As at March 31, 2026. Third, to consider and approve the appointment of the valuer of Cube Highways Trust for the financial year 2026-2027 and fix their remuneration. Further, the facility of remote e-voting had been provided to all unit holders to cast their votes on these resolutions. The facility was made available to the unit holders from 9 at 5 p.m. IST on July 16. The cutoff date fixed for identifying the unit holders who shall be eligible to vote through remote e-voting facility and for the participation and voting at this meeting was July 10, 2026. Unit holders who have not casted their votes through remote e-voting and who are participating in this meeting can cast their vote during the meeting through e-voting at the top of the screen. The e-voting window will be available for next 15 minutes. Cube Highways Trust has engaged KFin Technologies to convene this meeting through electronic means and provide remote e-voting and e-voting facility. Mr. Harish Chawla, scrutinizer, has also been appointed to scrutinize the remote e-voting and e-voting facility at the meeting to ensure the same is carried out in a fair and the scrutinizer shall compile the consolidated results and submit the final report to the investment manager. Based on the report of the scrutinizer, the investment manager shall forthwith announce the result to the stock exchanges and publish the same on its website within the stipulated timelines. I offer a vote of thanks to the chairman and on behalf of all unit holders, members of the board, and invitees present at the meeting. I now request the chairman.
Thanks, Risha. The voting facility will remain open for the next 15 minutes to enable unit holders who have not yet cast their vote on the resolutions so that they can cast their vote. Further, I authorize the compliance officer to accept, acknowledge, and countersign the scrutinizer's report in connection with the meeting and declare the voting results in accordance with the requirements prescribed under the applicable laws. I thank all board members and other invitees for attending this meeting. I now announce the meeting as concluded. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you.